Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2 and we're continuing about starting your first company. Now unfortunately we only have $9,000 despite having driven 2 loads. Even though we have a dealership saying here, hey, here's our trucks, come and check them out, we still don't have obviously enough money to buy a truck. So we got to continue on in our job market. So we continue on with our quick jobs, and our price per distance is still set up. Did we make that run? No, actually we didn't make that run. Or we could do this one, toys. Large tubes. That would be in a man truck again. And of course, you know, there's a sugar run. A couple sugar runs. We could take a DAF or an Iveco. But why don't we go with this one? We get $4,435 for it. Actually, $1,524, $1,580. We'll take this one because it's $4,876, and it's not that big a difference. You see, $1,524, $1,518, but then our next one's $1,425. That's a significant difference right there in terms of kilometers, and they're both pretty much the same vehicle. The Majestic high roof. And the Majestic Cross high roof sleeper. So Majestic is the Mercedes. Why does mine say Mercedes when it says Majestic in vanilla? It's because I have mods that actually make the Mercedes trucks Mercedes instead of Majestics. Alright, so we just got another mail, but we'll check that out when we get there. So, in short, there's basically 2 ways to, well, actually there's 3 ways to buy a new truck. There's the first way, which is the quick and dirty way, the second way, which is the long and clean way, and then there's the third way, which is a combination of the 2. And the first way is the most commonly used. It's the way I'm going to use because it's the fastest way to start your company, and that's taking a loan from the bank. The email we just got, which again I'll go over a little bit more when we finish our run, is an email from the bank saying, hey, we heard you're doing good. You know, we're here to help you start your own company. We can offer you a loan. But I'll go over that more in detail after. The second way, of course, and we discovered recruitment agency. Very important, of course, for starting a company. But the second way to get your first truck and to start your first company, of course, is to continue to do quick jobs until you earn enough money to get your first truck. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's the way I did it when I first started. And there's a lot of people that will do it that way when they first start. They're going to just drive and drive and drive until they get enough money to you know, buy their first truck themselves without needing a loan. And no, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining about it. That's perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. Should probably put on my headlights. And there's another mail. That's just a generic mail. Like I said, I'll go over it when we get. These are mails that you'll get every time you start your own profile. You know, your new game, more or less. So, whichever way you decide to do it, you know, it's really your choice. You know, that's all it all boils down to. It may take you a lot longer, but you won't be paying back loans if you do it. I need to get out of this lane. You won't be paying back loans if you decide to do it by earning all your money. And as you level up, you will get more and more for your quick jobs, because your skill levels do reflect on your quick jobs, as I said in the last video. So the more skill levels you put in, the more you level up, the more jobs that will open up in quick jobs for you, and the more and further that you'll be able to drive. So it won't take as long, so, such as like I won't be earning just $4,000 or $5,000 per load for the entire game. It'll slowly open up more and more. Where I'll get $10,000, $15,000, maybe even $20,000 for a run, depending on how long I stay doing quick jobs before I buy my own truck. However, if you're looking to really get your first truck as soon as possible, and you want to start your own company as quickly as possible, then you're really, and I'm taking this corner way too fast, but it's alright, because we're actually hauling a fairly light load, and the Majestic's more forgiving in the corners than most trucks. Alright, so actually here comes a good example of something I wanted to point out in the last video, and I either just forgot or I didn't get the chance. So I'm going to show you. As you can see, my fuel tank is not even remotely close to full. In fact, I'm a little bit below half. Now, you don't have to do this, because under most occasions, your truck will make the entire distance. But once in a while, as I've said before, you can easily get a truck that doesn't have enough fuel to cover the distance that you're driving. Yeah? So I stopped to fill up 329 liters. It's $481. If I was to pay that for myself, that's a large chunk out of what I have in the bank right now, yeah? But watch as we pull away. Your fuel expenses covered by your employer. There you go. There is a bus coming up, but I'm pretty sure we can get out. Yeah. So as long as you're doing quick jobs, you'll never have to pay for your own fuel. You won't have to pay ferry costs, and you don't have to pay toll booths, which is pretty damn important, if I'm to be honest with you. It makes it a lot easier to... forgot to get rid of my frames per second counter again. Tisk tisk, Justin, tisk tisk. But it makes it a lot easier to build up your money when you don't have to pay for your own stuff. And that's one thing that becomes scary when you own your first truck. That you have to pay for the fuel, you have to pay tolls, and you have to pay ferry costs. So it can get a little worrisome. But don't let it bother you, because it's actually fairly easy to handle. It's not as big a deal as you would think. Oh, and I did say there were 3 methods. Of course, like I said, the third method is a combination of the two. You can earn up as much money as you want, and then you can take out a smaller loan from the bank, and then from there, buy your truck, because the bank has, I think, 3 or 4 tiers of loans. I'm not sure if the 4th tier of loan is from just a mod or not. I know that there's $50,000, $100,000, and $500,000, but there's also a $10,000 tier. But I'm not sure if that's this lane. I'm not sure if that's a mod in that I have or not. And you may think to yourself, if it is, we're going to find out when we go. You're going to think to yourself, well, hey, you know what? If there's a $10,000 loan, Lenny, why would you take that? What does that help with? Well, let's say, for instance, you've just put out a hell of a lot of money buying a truck, maybe upgrading a garage, doing some recruitments and whatnot. Maybe you've overspent, or maybe you've done all that and then you get into a huge freaking accident. Yeah, and you have to put out quite a bit of money to fix your truck, and your account could actually be in the negative. Now let's say you're on a long haul and it's actually going to be several days before you can actually earn back enough reward to put money in your account. You know, that's fine. You can actually float the bank that long, but you're almost out of fuel too. Now there's a problem. Your account's in the negative. You need fuel, and you can't do it. Well, then you take out a $10,000 loan. And then you can get the fuel you need. You can complete the run, and then you can put your account, you know, you could easily pay back the $10,000 loan under most circumstances. I really do like the quote-unquote majestic Mercedes, call it what you will. Like I said, it's a very smooth and stable truck when I did my videos on it. It's not the most powerful, but it definitely has a lot of torque, which truly helps it out in terms of hauling, driving, and I think I just got bit by an ant. And like I said, it's forgiving in a lot of corners. It's got a nice long chassis on it, so I really like that. So again, you're not going to be driving very far when you start your first company. That's just really how it is. You're only going to be going before you put your first point in long distance, probably, you know, it says like 250 kilometers I think is maybe the max. Once you put your first point, I think you can go 350 kilometers max. So again, this is why you want to make sure that when you pick your starting point, you're in a bunch of like close-in cities, because you'll be able to buy your first truck long before you're able to put some good distance into your choice, into your profiles. I lost my train of thought. You'll be able to buy your first truck before you're able to put damn it, this is why I hate being on the inside lane. You'll be able to put your first point. You'll be able my mind and my brain are not see, I'm telling you, my mind and my mouth are not cooperating at this point. I think it's because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I had a very weird sleep cycle today. But you'll be able to buy your first truck long before you are able to get in extra points into long distance if you take the loans from the banks. That's what I've been trying to say. Thank you for cooperating. Anyways. So where you choose to start your truck, you know, or company is really important. Making sure you have plenty of cities that you can travel to that'll be within the distance that you're able to travel. Which is why choosing like cities like, to be honest, in France only has a couple sparse cities in this rendition here. Am I speeding? I think I'm speeding. I definitely got to slow down before we pass the camera. Because in the vanilla game, most speed limits are actually 90 kilometers. It's rare that you'll actually find speed limits over that in the vanilla game. At least that's how it used to be. Things could have changed since, because I've been running on a modded game for so long, it like truly doesn't matter. So we're already pretty close to our destination. You know, we're only 60 kilometers out. I don't quite get how it says we're 60 kilometers out, but we're still about an hour away. To me, that doesn't make sense because, well, quite frankly, if you're going 90 kilometers, 100 kilometers an hour, and you only have 50 kilometers to go, how can you be an hour away? It doesn't make sense to me. But that's what the estimated time travel is, so whatever. Yes, when you have the speed limiter off, chances are you'll be passing just about every other truck on the road. Whether it be vanilla, game. It's kind of a little bit less so when you're hauling heavier loads. Especially when you're doing it with like a starter truck, but damn it, I hate this. Those aren't too bad because if I wasn't able to move over and I was forced to go down the off ramp, I could easily just come back up, you know, drive straight across and come back up the on ramp and continue my travels. So, you know, that's not terrible. I want to be over in this lane. I'm slowing down because I'm on the rumble strip, which I don't believe I forgot to turn off. That's what that noise was. So again, we're almost at our destination. And then we'll go and check our mails that we received. Looks like we may pass another dealership or recruitment agency here, which should be really cool. The more recruitment agencies you have, the better chances you have at finding better drivers, because drivers do come with a rating. Oh no, we're not going to pass it, which is, yeah, well, I could like drive out there and get it, but what would be the point? Take a quick look at the outside of our truck. Looks like we're hauling a canvas covered trailer. Was seriously wrong guessing that corner there. So we'll actually have to make this corner before we can pull into oh, it's already changing. Oh well. I won't complain about fast changing lights, let me tell you. So our back end shouldn't be too difficult, but again, these trailers are like the bane of my existence. I'm so used to hauling the longer trailers, man. Hopefully I don't clip the fence here. Too far, too far, too far, too far, way too far. Yeah, again, that's me forgetting that these trailers are going to turn a hell of a lot quicker. See if we can do a better job backing in. If we can actually like learn from our screw-ups here. Looks like we got a straight shot from here almost, huh? Not that I actually have it straight, but there we go. Alright. From Hamburg to Kessel. And we'll make level 2. There we go. And a little bit less than halfway to level 3. So our next skill point, as I mentioned, you want to actually go 1, 2, 3, or you can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, however you want to do it. But you want to unlock your various cargoes. Now, our emails. Need money? We can help. The bank. We can take a loan, but I'm going to show you. And then Transinet, Osbrock, basically it's just saying, hey, you know, we're looking for jobs. We offer rates up to, you know, for a job. You know, if you have your own vehicle, inquire directly at the dock. Basically, it's just letting you know that there's another job market out there. So let's take a look at the bank real quick. Look at this. Yeah, 4 tiers. We can take out $10,000, $50,000, or $100,000. Now, $100,000 would be enough to buy our first truck. With the $14,000 we already have, we'd be able to buy most trucks, if not all trucks, starter trucks across the board. It would leave us with almost nothing left, but we'd be able to do it. However, well, in the modded version, it's $500,000. In this game, it's $400,000 loan. We can't do that yet. But let's see what happens when we take one more job, shall we? Like I said, we're looking for the fastest way to start our own company. That's what we really want. We want to start our own company as soon as possible. Start making that money, rolling it in, right? So we're going to go to our job market, and we're going to take another quick job. And let's see, we got 23 tons of ore, cheese, car parts. That's significantly less money, but that's still a good price per distance. And it's in a Renault. I like Renaults on starters. So we're going to take the Renault job. A yellow Renault at that. That's interesting. Just revving the engine. Because I totally didn't forget to put it in gear. So this is going to be a really quick trip. And yes, you basically don't rest in between jobs all that much. So you will slowly be working into the night as well as the day. Which means that I'll probably encounter little to no traffic here. And we're actually hauling a very small, lightweight trailer for this run, which is really cool. This should be an easy handle. No, turned yellow. I don't want to get a ticket for running a light, but this does give us a quick chance. You see, we're hauling the full-size trailer, but we only got a half-size. Well, it's not even a full-size trailer. It's a gooseneck, but it's still a very small trailer with an even smaller container on it. So it's a lightweight container. It's not always the case, but in this one it is. Oh look, actually we're gonna get some rain for the very first time. And I forgot what I did with my wipers. There they are. I think this is the first video I've put out where I've had rain. I did turn up my rain a little bit, not much. But I did increase the possibility of rain a little bit more, so that I have a better chance of encountering it, because it's part of the game and I actually like when it rains. You know? Changes the dynamic of everything. The roads become slicker and, you know, more dangerous to drive. Becomes harder to see, you know, all things like that. So it actually pays to have it rain. Your wipers only have one speed. This is not simulated in the fact that you actually have multiple speed wipers. But you don't need it. It never rains hard enough to where you will need to put your wipers on high speed. So this is going to be a real quick run in every respect, because it was like, what, 240, 250 kilometers? Yeah, it's going to be a short run with a light load in a Renault. Like I said, the Renaults may not do great because of chassis, and they don't have that great an engine upgrade. You know, but that's really only modded in stuff. In the vanilla game, Renaults do really great. They're very stable, despite the, like, in this case, the Renault Magnum. They're very stable trucks. They're very forgiving in the corners. They have good power, good torque. So there's definitely nothing wrong with taking them. All right, on the strip again. Must you go so slow? I mean, I know it's raining, but still. Well, this would be a quick run. I'm going to try and overtake. This is a little bit ludicrous, but... for the sake of the speeding up the video, and we were able to make it by without an issue, so I'm not too worried. I really do love, I mean, just the way it looks when it rains, you know. Oh, boy. Not exactly sure what's going on here. I have a feeling that there's a truck up at the front of this. Yep, there he is. Just see him through the haze. Because I saw a car, you could see the car making a pass. And there goes another one. My eye's a little blurry. That's better. Alright. Again, for the sake of the video, I don't recommend doing this at home. You're running bobtail, dude. You don't even have a trailer. You've got to be kidding. Yeah, sometimes I use my directions, sometimes I don't. It's pitiful. I believe you only have to do one extra load. Maybe 2 extra loads, which would be a real pain in the butt. Whoa, 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 whoa! The hell was that? You know what I'd like to see in American Truck Simulator, honestly? I'd like to be able to drive through the Midwest, you know, through Tornado Alley and actually see a tornado in the distance, like if there's a storm. We're coming up on a highway on-ramp, so that's why I'm not looking to pass here. It's not that much further up. So, and then once we hit that highway on-ramp, we don't have to worry. Although, you know, you are going so slow that you actually make an argument for me to do this. Of course, then we just got to stop here. So it actually defeated the purpose of everything. I don't see anything. I don't think we'll have to worry about the speed cameras here. Man, not paying attention. I really don't like that. In every respect of the word, I don't like how that's set up, where your lane can become the off-ramp. Get off the strip. Honestly, think we're gonna have to take another load to do this, which is sad, really. I thought that we'd get another email already, and I'm honestly surprised we haven't. I'll be careful in this next corner. It's a little steep for the conditions. Got here Volvo next to dude ain't using his wipers, man, or maybe he is and I just don't see it. Bye. Road construction. I actually shouldn't have my high beams where they are. It's a little bit inconvenient, but it's okay. That was a sharper corner than I was giving it credit for. Oh, hello, little Mini. I think that's one of the new cars they've added to the traffic. The Mini. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So we're almost at our destination, and we have not received the other email yet, which I find disappointing. Okay, yeah. Honestly, find very disappointing, because that means I may have to go an extra video. Not may, I will. I will have to go an extra video, which I was hoping to avoid. But at least we're almost where we need to be. I'm almost positive it'll come on the next run, so in our next video. If it doesn't, I'm going to look very, very foolish. Right, our rain is actually stopping, which is good. It's lightening up, as you can tell, so... You know what? For the sake of the time of this video, I'm just going to let it park itself. There we go. Alright, so I was hoping for our next email. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. We're also not going to make our next level. That was too short a run to do so. So unfortunately, if we check out our bank here, we're still at a $100,000 loan. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure one more run and we'll be able to do it. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to go one more video. I was hoping to make this a 2-video series, but what are you going to do? So next time, folks, we'll take one more quick job, and then hopefully everything will fall in place about how to start your first company. Alright, so until next time, please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe if you would. This is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you in video 3.